Please welcome James to the stage. So first off, for those of you who followed this announcement on Twitter, I imitated Ian's title almost, Elastic My Arse. Apologies Ian, but I believe he's changed his. The subtitle is, and this isn't going to be as boring I hope as it sounds, don't let economics get in the way of a good story. Now, the Cambridge study. Nice Cambridge study on the left. Some people think that's a nice Cambridge study on the right as well. Models of public sector information provision via trading funds, prepared by an illustrious group of people. It's become something of a handbag in political and also in GI circles. However, personal view, some of the assumptions inside are just those. The picture tells its own story. Lots of formulae, lots of circumscribing. The principal enemy being the assumptions around the price elasticity of demand of large-scale data. Now let's examine that. Extensions. How much do they cost? How much value do they add to your house? How much does the mapping for your planning application cost? So I'll let you do the maths on the multiplier. Looking at a slightly larger scale development, Blue Water Shopping Centre, some of you will know it, I guess. I don't. I don't know, £60 million to build, annual revenues flowing through every day, in the millions, cost of the mapping for the planning application, £5,000 or thereabouts. Pretty Can't I say it? Thank you. So filled up the time. Infinitesimal. So, contentious perhaps, but there is some evidence to suggest that actually with large-scale mapping, unlike the assumptions of the Cambridge study, you could actually put the price up. Ooh, sharp intake of breath. And it's not just me that thinks this. If you read the government response to the OS consultation, paragraph 325, you'll find out CLG agrees with me. And they not likely to be as significant as previously assumed by the Cambridge study. So my own personal soapbox. However, the great and the good, some great, some good, some perhaps less so, would have you believe that the Cambridge study is still the de facto choice of assumption around the models for geodata. I think we know that that's not correct. To be fair to Nigel, who's not here, I don't think, he has acknowledged that the economics of GI do require further investigation, so big up to him. On the flip side of all that, which filled in the gap on that slide, because I had nothing to say, I just want to look at the other side of that. This isn't around just about the economics of GI, it's also about, that's a Greek psi sign on the left, public sector information. So if I had to keep you right in the picture, and that's Scott Pilgrim on the right, for those who haven't seen the movie. There's a long road ahead in public sector information, but I concur with everybody probably in the room. It does help us reframe the environment by which we can move forward with transparency and everything else. However, big however, and there are parties, I think possibly some in the room who are guilty of this, conflation, blurring the boundaries. Geographic data, location data embedded in public sector information. The two are not synonymous. Public sector information, though, does have the capacity to overcome rabid single-issue agendas. Those of you who've read my blog, all two of you in the room, will know that road potholes and cycling black spots are two of my particular bugbears, because I don't believe a lot of the stuff that goes into them and the analysis is particularly relevant, which leads us very handily onto the lack, mostly. It's not completely void, as you can see there's something on the shelves, but a great deal of, there aren't many applications yet on the shelves using public sector information. Why is that? Time, I think, and I won't be alone in saying that, Jonathan Raper said it earlier as well. However, there is no question in my mind that public sector information, there is gold in them buts and bips and bytes. I don't think there's any question about that. However, there are standards or no standards. What do we use? Metadata. To misquote Eric Pickles, does a local authority really need a semantic web specialist? You know, but the only way is up, and as we commoditise some parts of the data environment, other bits come in that allow us to add value. Thank you very much.